Hi, internet people. So this week on Lucifer, we learned that kindergarten can be murder. Yes, kindergarten. Okay, so there are a lot of things happening. One, Lucifer is supposed to try and figure out how to turn on the flaming sword because apparently saying flame on only works if you're in the Marvel universe and are part of a team of scientists. But sadly, not so much. Okay, so he's dealing with that. But there's a murder! I don't know why I said murder like I'm in some kind of crazy detective show. Maybe I'm just gonna say it again. There's a murder. And Ella's investigating, or she's on the scene and looking, and says it looks like this woman was stabbed with a fat knife, which sounds super weird. Turns out the dead woman, Debbie, is a super involved, like, fancy kindergarten recruiter person? It's like a college. It's so weird. But okay, she gets parents to give money to the school so that their kids will get into the super pretentious and super ritzy preschool kindergarten. It's kindergarten. But she's been stabbed with a pair of ceremonial scissors, which they can't find. So they're trying to investigate. They go to the school. Lucifer is trying to figure out how to handle his emotions because he thinks that that will help with the sword thing. Well, the knife. It's more a knife than a sword. And Dr. Linda has told him he needs to, like, try and work on his emotions, and they've been trying to work through things, but he's not really as active. He has a problem in therapy sessions where, like, he should be opening up, and Dr. Linda knows he should be opening up, and then he sort of shuts down, and she, like, lets him work through things slowly. Yeah, which is good. She's a therapist, a very good therapist, Dr. Linda. Okay, so Lucifer and Chloe go to the school, like, investigating. They're trying to figure out what happened. Turns out the last people that fought with Debbie were a married couple, these two dads, whose son Wolf wasn't let into the school because the money they donated, they donated it, but it's really a pay-in to try and get picked for the school. It's a thing, apparently. But, see, I don't have kids. I don't know. I don't. But they find the murder weapon in their pool house, which was unlocked. And poor Wolf is not going to go to this fancy school, I guess. But they find the murder weapon and all the prints are off of it. The blood's still there. And so they're like, oh, someone totally planted it because the pool house is open all the time. Why do people in LA leave their pool houses open? I feel like this happens in every murder show ever. Like, we found it in the pool house, which is left open, so everyone can just throw their murder weapons inside. Can someone open, like, a pool house bar called, like, Murder Weapon Land? Don't do that. That's a terrible idea. But it's a thing, okay? I keep saying it's a thing. That's real language I'm using. Yep. Anyway, so they keep investigating. Lucifer does his own sort of investigation. So he's still trying to figure out how to handle his emotions. So he borrows Trixie to pretend to be her dad so that he can check out the, like, emotional help class thing, which is run by Shauna Malwae-Tweep from Parks and Rec. Yes, took me the whole episode to figure that one out. But her son is in the class and he's apparently not super bright. Yeah, that'll come back later. So he's trying to use it, but then Trixie reveals that she's actually pretty upset about her mom, and Chloe is there with Dan because they're actually investigating to learn that the guy who runs the school actually took that money that the dads donated, and not good. But he didn't kill her. Yeah, didn't kill her, which is good for him. We also learned that Maze is a good listener. She's totally listening to music, but she does listen to Chloe later, which is good. Trixie and Lucifer wind up, like, working through some stuff, but Lucifer still doesn't know how to control his emotions the right way. He's like, you're not teaching me how to use them like a weapon. Then Chloe and Trixie have a little bit of a talk. Then Chloe winds up going to the grieving gathering for Debbie so she can, like, find out what's going on with the parents because that's the best place to look for suspects, really. There's a mom who informs them that that's the best place to go because it turns out a lot of people are having an affair with, he's not the rhythm and movement guy, he's the PE teacher. Nothing against PE teachers, but that's a really fancy way of saying PE. So she was having an affair with him, a lot of moms were having an affair with him, and her kid drew a picture of her stabbing Debbie, which apparently she talked about a lot at breakfast. Yeah, not good for her. But Chloe goes, and then Maze appears, and he's like, and they pretend to be a couple. It's adorable. But at the party, Maze uses her skills to spread gossip about how they're going to catch the killer because they know who it is. And then Shauna Malwae-Tweep appears and is trying to break into Chloe's car, which is where they say the evidence is. But Lucifer has no idea what's going on and unlocks the door and lets her in. And then she takes Chloe's gun and then threatens to shoot Chloe and Lucifer because she's a murderer. Turns out she's only a murderer because she had an affair with the PE teacher. And the only reason she knows that her kid is his kid is because both of them are not very bright. She's apparently married to a genius who hasn't figured out she had an affair with the PE teacher. Just saying. So, like, all of that happens. Maze tackles her to the freaking ground, which obviously means she got arrested. And then Chloe and Trixie have a very sweet moment together where they talk about how Chloe felt about the school and, like, connecting emotionally. Lucifer also goes to Dr. Linda and talks through the emotional stuff. And then Dr. Linda is like, maybe it's the pain that would help, like the pain of losing all of that and the fall and your mom, all of that. And so Lucifer goes back to his apartment and he manages to get the blade to flame on while he's like crying, and then the weapon just stops, like it turns off. Mama Morningstar loses it and is like yelling about how he's not using enough emotion, he's not doing it right, and Benedict like jumps in and is like, okay, stop, there's nothing wrong with Lucifer, leave him alone, we have time. Yeah, except we don't. She doesn't, at least. She walks into the elevator and then we see her pull a band-aid off of her arm and like bright blinding light pops out of her flesh, which means her host body is dying. I wondered how that was gonna work, if she was getting stronger, if the host body would suddenly like start to disintegrate. It's a thing in Supernatural, you know what I'm talking about? Like, actually this happens with Lucifer. The Lucifer in Supernatural is in the wrong host body, and so the host body starts to disintegrate because it can't handle like holy magic. And I'm like, oh, maybe that's it, that's a thing. It makes sense. Maybe that's not her real host body. You don't know. I don't know. Anyway, did I get everything? I feel like I very quickly got everything. A lot of emotional happenings were had. And next week, God is coming. I'm so psyched for God. I'm so excited. I think these episodes are going to be so cool. Not that Lucifer isn't amazing every week, but God, I think it's gonna be great. My favorite moment in this, actually there were two. I love Trixie and Lucifer together because they were adorable. Okay, three. Then Chloe and Maze at that grieving thing were epic. The two of them were fabulous. And before they even got there, what was funny is Chloe's talking about Trixie and the school, and Maze is like, she should totally go to that school because she will learn how to cut those children down with her words, and then I will teach her how to cut them down with knives. And I was like, yes. Yes, that training montage would be adorable. But anyway, that is everything. Let me know what you thought of this episode of Lucifer in the comments below. You can find me on Twitter at Kleffnotes, on my blog, kleffnotes.wordpress.com, or for the Nerdy Girl Express, thenerdygirlexpress.com, and or on their Snapchat, the Nerdy Girl EXP. Bye, Internet people.